Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jill here with At Home with Jill, and today I'm gonna do a little Q&A for you guys. I've been asking for questions over the past few days. I totally had this plan that I was gonna be sitting in front of the Christmas tree, wrapping presents, and answering questions. But then Jess fell asleep, and his room is right next to the living room. And I just did not want to be out there making a bunch of noise, wrapping presents and talking to the camera and stuff like that. So I decided to just come in my room and just do a sit down video for you guys. So let's get started. Okay, so my first question is, what would be my occupation if I was not a stay-at-home mom? Okay, so before I was a stay-at-home mom, I was a hairstylist for like almost 10 years. So that was my occupation when I got pregnant, and actually I didn't quit until I had my second child. I wanted to quit when I had my first. My hubby was not on board with that yet. And then after my second came, but I did go down to like super part-time, and I was able to not work full-time anymore, and that was awesome. And part-time was like super part-time. Like I worked a couple 3-hour shifts during the week, and then sometimes I worked like an 8-hour shift on the weekend, and that was it. And anytime it got slow at the salon, they would kind of let me go home because they just knew that my heart wasn't there anymore. My heart was at home with my baby, and yeah, it was really hard for me to be away from him. And then when I had my second, my daughter was about 6 weeks old when I went back to work, and I went back one time, and that was my husband's first time with both kids by himself. And as soon as I got home that night, he was like, "You can quit." Just like, "Yep, you can quit now." So I did. The next day I gave my notice. I ended up working for 3 more months while my manager trained someone to take over my position, because I was her shift manager at the time. So yeah, fun fact. And okay, but if your question means what occupation would I choose now if I wasn't a stay-at-home mom, I would have to say, honestly, I can't think of a single thing that I would want to do if I wasn't a stay-at-home mom. I never want to go back to work again. I seriously don't. I hope one day to like help my kids with their kids. Like if one of my daughters has to work, then I hope I could babysit. And if she wanted me to homeschool too, I would homeschool my grandkids, if that's what my kids wanted. So anyway, yeah. Okay. All right, next question. What is my favorite snack? Okay, it's funny because I actually just found out like all the foods I can't eat, but my favorite snack lately has been those chips from Costco. They're called like Summers, or what's it called? Like July something. And they're like a healthy chip. They're with like a bunch of grains. My cat is being crazy right now. Okay, so they're like supposed to be healthier, gluten-free, like they're made with a bunch of like whole grains, like Malay and quinoa, and I don't remember what else, but I like those chips from Costco, and I eat them with one of those little guacamole cups that we get from Costco. Anyway, we call it nachos, but I just get a plate and put chips on a plate, put cheese on it, stick it under the broiler because we don't have a microwave. And then I dip those melted cheesy nacho chips in guacamole, and I love it. Okay, what is my dream vacation? Okay, So my dream vacation would be to, I have a visitor. She just probably noticed I was gone from the living room, huh? You precious. Yes, you're my baby, huh? You my baby? You my baby? You my baby? Okay, my dream vacation is definitely on a beach somewhere where it's warm and where I don't have to do anything. No dishes, no cleaning. Yeah, like on the beach in Mexico, like Cancun or something. Just relaxing all day and getting massages okay, so this is a dream vacation, so it's not realistic. My kids would be there, but they wouldn't ever need me to like do anything for them. That would be my dream. Also my husband, he would be there and he would not annoy me or try to, oh my gosh, my cat's attacking my camera tripod right now. He wouldn't like make it a point to bug me the whole time. We would have like food brought to us all day for every meal and drinks, and yeah, it would just be amazing and relaxing. And the kids and the hubby would go like scuba diving or something, and I would just stay and relax alone in peace on the beach. Okay, next question. Girl, oh my gosh, if you knock the camera down, come here. Come here. Oh, you need to stop doing that, you little stinker. Oh, she's in a mood. Say hi. Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? Okay, next question. Why did I choose homeschooling? So this question is a little like, it's kind of deep, but initially when we started homeschooling, it wasn't exactly our choice. Let's see, I don't really want to get controversial here. Let's just say this. Okay, in the state I live in, there were some certain regulations that had to be met in order to send your kids to public school. Yeah, I don't want to get into that specific thing, but we didn't meet that requirement. So it was like, I guess we're homeschooling. Now though, fast forward to now, I would not change it. I would never change that. I am so glad that we are homeschooling. I'm so thankful that I'm able to, and now I feel more like I'm definitely called to homeschool. I know that the whole way that it happened was just all part of God's plan anyway, and like I had sort of thought about it a little bit because my sister homeschools her kids, and so when I had Cade, it was on my radar a little bit, but when I really thought about it, I was like, no, I can't wait to like send him, like I can't wait till he's like in kindergarten and I can go grocery shopping by myself and like clean the house with no one home and then go pick him up, and just, you know, like I was excited for like me time during the week. But anyway, so we didn't choose homeschooling, homeschooling chose us, and we're glad. And yeah, this is another homeschool question, and it is, which curriculums and subjects are you currently using and loving, and age and grade level? Okay, so I have almost 3-year-old, 5-year-old, 7-year-old, almost 9-year-old. And for the 2-year-old, I do little things here and there. She actually pretty much knows all of her letter sounds now just from watching like the Leapfrog DVDs and like phonics movies. And then I have like these giant letter flashcards that my friend gave me. I think she just printed them and laminated them. And I'll set down like 5 on the ground and I'll tell her, okay, pick up M, and she'll pick up M, or pick up L and she'll pick up L. And then I ask her, what sound does it make? And she'll tell me. So I just do little stuff like that. No formal learning. And then with my 5-year-old, she is doing level 1, the good and the beautiful. So I've recently stopped using the good and the beautiful for my older kids because it was starting to be like a ton of work, like more than normal, and really like advanced. So it was like, I don't know, it was so much for their age. So my 2nd and 3rd grader are using language lessons for living education from Master Books for Language Arts, and we're loving that because it still is teaching all the same things, but it's just such a more gentle approach, and there's not like so much stuff on one page that it's overwhelming. It's just gentle. I don't know how else to explain it, but we are loving it. And then my son's using that for math as well, the Master Books, and I'm not super duper loving it, and I'll probably go back to Horizons for him next year. That's what my other 2 are using. They're using Horizons for math. We love it. I always have tried new things and then gone back to Horizons. So from now on, I'm gonna stick with Horizons math. And let's see. We were doing the good and beautiful history, but honestly, we're like bored with it, and just I feel like it's not, I feel like it sugarcoats things and just doesn't like get into like the nitty gritty. Like it's like making it good and beautiful, but history is not beautiful all the time. So I'm gonna stop that. And I ordered the Tuttle Twins book series today, so I'm excited to get that in. That is more like social studies, learning like the Constitution and stuff like that, so I can't wait to get that. And then what else? Science. We've been using the good and the beautiful outer space science unit. I feel like it's just so much information packed into one lesson that my kids are like, they're not like absorbing it. So I don't know. I'm torn on science units. Like I feel like I need to just get a bunch of books from the library and watch YouTube videos with my kids and like make it fun, and like I don't know. Anyway, so I'm not loving anything for science yet. I have not tried anything I've loved, and same with history. So what we're gonna do for history instead, I saw this on a YouTube video. We're just gonna watch a video a week from the Liberty Kids for history. So we're gonna do that. Okay, so another question is, what is my favorite thing to teach? And that would have to be math. I'm probably in the minority about that, but actually, I don't know. Math and Bible. And then favorite thing about the holidays. Okay, my favorite thing about the holidays is just the like feeling of it, like cozy fires, pretty lights, family. Like I love getting together with like my brother's family and our family together, and our parents and stuff. I love that about the holidays. I love giving gifts. Like I love picking out gifts for people. That is something that, I don't know, it's weird because like I feel like I don't know how to explain it. I just love it. I love picking out things based on what I know about the person, like especially with my kids. Like I know them like the back of my hand, and when I pick out their gifts, like I know if they're gonna love something, you know? Also, what I love about specifically Christmas is just focusing on Jesus and why we celebrate Christmas. And then that brings me to another question, which is, are we a Santa believing family? And I just want to say, first off, I do not judge anybody about this, okay? Like, I don't judge you based off what we do. Personally, we do not do Santa in our family. There's a lot of reasons. Mostly it's my husband has a really strong conviction against it. So like we don't put any decorations in our house with Santa or anything. And I'm the one that brought it up with him, that I felt like we should not tell our kids that Santa is real and not give them gifts from Santa and all of that stuff, because it was put into perspective for me from my friend, and she was like, you know, if you're telling your kids for years and years that Santa is real, and then they find out all this time that like you've been lying to them about that, like what's gonna keep them believing you about anything else? And especially that God is real too, because Santa is someone you don't see, you just believe in him. And that's how God is too. Like you don't see God. You can see God working in people's lives and prayers being answered and stuff like that, but you don't see him. And so to lie to your kids and tell them that Santa is real, just for them to find out later that it's not true, could potentially have them question other things that you have taught them in their life and their beliefs and stuff like that. So we personally do not do Santa. Now my kids know to not ever tell other kids this, so they don't ever tell any kid that Santa's not real, no matter what. And they've had people ask them like, oh, what's Santa gonna get you? Or what did Santa get you this year? And they just say like, oh, we got this, or you know, whatever. They're not like, oh, Santa's not real. Like they know. We've had so many talks with them. And yeah, so yeah. And I know that this is not a popular thing, and that's fine. And like I said, I don't judge anybody. And like, I love Christmas movies that have like Santa in them and stuff like that. Like I am not like a Santa hater, like we cannot watch any Christmas movies because they all have Santa in it and blah, blah, blah. And like, you know, songs that have him, like Christmas songs. No, it's not that crazy. It's just, we don't tell them he's real. And yeah, so that's that. Now, if you are wondering like, why on earth would they not do Santa? Like, because there are other reasons than just the whole believing thing and lying to our kids. Well, that's a huge one though. We feel it's very important to never, ever, ever lie to our kids about anything. And that is just a personal thing that we feel in our family. But there are other reasons, and these reasons are why my husband's conviction is so strong against anything Santa being in the house. And that you could research that on your own if you are curious. just like where Santa is, like how he got started and all of that, and like the pagan ways and all that. But I'm not gonna get into it. And like I said, I don't judge you. And if you don't even want to look it up and you just don't want to know, that's fine too. I really don't care. Like, I loved believing in Santa when I was little, and I wasn't mad at my parents when he wasn't real. Like, when I found out he wasn't real, I just wasn't. Like, I don't know. I was fine with it. But everyone's different. I know there have been kids too that are like devastated when they find out. So yeah, it is what it is. Okay, so another question is, okay, this question is, what is my favorite thing about God? And I don't really know how to answer this. Without him, we wouldn't be here. So that's a given. But the fact that he sent his son to die for my sins is a biggie, because if it weren't for that, and like if it weren't for him reaching down and like saving me personally, like I don't even know where I'd be at today. Because before I was a Christian, I was just going downhill. And my husband and I even got married before we were Christians, and we talk about this all the time. We probably wouldn't be together anymore. I don't even want to think about the kind of mom I would be, because it probably would not be good. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how deep I want to get on this video. Maybe I'll have to do like a more in-depth video on this another time. I don't know. I'm like, how far do I want to go? Let's just say I'm a complete different person now. Like, the Lord has changed me and my husband so much, you wouldn't even recognize us. Like, it's crazy. Okay, so here's a question. How has minimalism affected my homeschool? Okay, so I feel like, first of all, I am nowhere near like my end goal of minimalism. It's gonna still take a long time, but I have come so far. And so how that's affected me in my homeschool is a million times less stress, less searching for things, like, and getting overwhelmed and just like not doing school that day because like I don't even know where anything is. Everything's piled in under things, and just having everything like organized and less stuff is just so much easier to just pick up our stuff and get started for the day. And then like minimizing our actual homeschool day too has been a lifesaver for not only me but my kids as well. They're just not so over it while we're doing school. Like, we used to do so many things and like busy work and stuff that they were just like over it, and they didn't want to do it the next day, or they didn't want to finish that day, and it was just tough, and like we ended in tears a lot of times, and I was always exhausted, and then I wouldn't want to do school the next day either. So anyway, minimizing the amount of school we do and still doing all the basics and the fundamental, like everything required by my state we do, but we don't do all these like extra things, and I don't try to be like the perfect Pinterest mom and stuff like that. And that has helped just so much. Just, yeah, way less stress, less overwhelm, and more joyful learning. Okay, someone asked me, what do I see as my strength for this channel. And that is a toughie because I'm still figuring it out. So I've kind of been trying to merge my two channels together because that Homeschool Life channel, it's just too hard for me to keep up with two different channels. So I really do want to be able to share both home type stuff, like the cleaning and the decluttering and all of that. I want to be able to share that as well as homeschool videos here and there, and just kind of keep everyone happy. And if you don't like the homeschooling stuff, then just skip those videos and wait for the cleaning ones. And if you don't like the cleaning videos, just skip those and wait for whatever videos you like. If you see a video pop up from me that you don't think you're gonna like and you don't need, then just don't watch it, and that's fine with me. It's too hard for me to manage two channels. I just can't do it. And then I'm not putting out content for either channel because I'm overwhelmed trying to do both. So I'm putting out less content ever since I started that second channel. And people warned me, but I always have to learn the hard way. Yeah, I just hope that all of my followers can understand that sometimes I'm gonna put up videos that might not resonate with them and they can just skip it, and that's fine. Okay, so here's a question. And this is from my friend in the UK. So she's from the UK, but her husband is American and he went through the public school system, so he just has no idea about homeschool. And okay, so homeschooling is very rare in the UK where she's originally from. So she said it's been interesting for her to like learn about how it's done here. And her question for me is, were either my husband and I homeschooled? None of us were homeschooled. We both went to public school, kindergarten through 12th grade. And like I said earlier, like homeschooling was never on my radar. And it was a tiny bit because of my sister doing it, but I remember thinking like, how does she do this? How does she stay home all day, every day with all these kids and never get a break? Like, I used to just look forward to my son turning the age where he'd be in kindergarten so I could have the break. So yeah, nope, we were not homeschooled, and nope, I didn't think I would ever homeschool, but here I am. And this is gonna be my last question. So this question was referring to my last video that said, or my last video where I was showing you guys what we got our kids for Christmas, because we were trying to get like more intentional, kind of clutter-free, and lots of like family gifts that would like bring the family together. And so anyway, I'll put a little card for that video here, but not sure if you guys could hear that, but my dog was just making some funky noises in her sleep. Okay, but anyway, referring back to that video, that's what this question is. What was the box of books you regret buying, and why do you regret buying them? Because in that video I showed that I had a box of books that I bought for Christmas presents that I'm actually going to try to return, and if I can't, I'm just gonna sell them. They're brand new. Okay, this was like an impulse buy. Okay, my son loves How to Train a Dragon, the movie, and he likes watching The Rescue Riders. It's on Netflix, and it's like the cute little show with like the little dragons, and they like help people. And anyway, it's a cute little show. But I got him this box set of books. It comes with a lot. They're really heavy. First of all, they are probably a little too old for him and probably not his reading level. but I was just like, oh my gosh, you would love these. And I saw them online and they were way discounted, and so I bought them. But after like kind of looking over the titles, and I don't know, I thought there was a weird one. I don't know, I mean, they might be innocent, but I just don't know. I've never read them. My husband isn't comfortable with giving them to him. We just have no idea what kind of stuff is in here. So we like to be really mindful of what our kids are watching and reading and being influenced by. And you know, there might be like some weird like magic-y type stuff in here, and I just have no idea. I mean, there could be language. I don't even know. And so we just decided we're not gonna get, okay. And then the other one that's in here is this little 3 books box set. Okay, I'm confused because I thought this was Fancy Nancy. Is Fancy Nancy the same thing as Nancy Clancy? Now I'm just confused. So my daughter likes Fancy Nancy, and she has a few little Fancy Nancy picture books. These, I thought they were Fancy Nancy chapter books, but they say Nancy Clancy, not Fancy Nancy. And anyway, I just, hold on. We also just decided against these for her because, again, we don't know what's in it, what type of message is being portrayed in this, and you know, like, dude, my cat is like attacking my toes. We don't know what kind of message is being portrayed in here, and what kind of influence it's gonna have over her. We just have no idea. We haven't read it. One of the books is called Nancy Clancy Sees the Future, and so I don't really like that. And then Nancy Clancy Secret Admirer, don't really like that either. Not for my 6-year-old. No, she has absolutely no interest in boys or romance or anything, and I want it to stay that way as long as possible. And then Nancy Clancy Super Sleuth. I don't know. I don't know what that means, but yeah, we're just not gonna do these. And I'm keeping them away, hidden like this in here, because if my kids saw these, they'd probably be like, oh my gosh, like they'd be so excited, and I'd be like, sorry, we're not keeping them. So anyway, that, I'm sorry, I just elbowed her in the head. Okay, so, she attacks the tripod, but she's attacking my feet also. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, she's crazy. Okay, so I guess that is it. I think I answered all the questions I got. If I forgot any or missed any of your questions, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I think I got them all. And it's funny because I thought that I didn't get enough questions, and I thought the video was going to be too short, but I don't know why I thought that, because now I'm feeling like maybe this was a little too long. I don't even know. But anyway, I am going to edit this so I can get it up tomorrow morning. And yes, okay, thank you guys for your questions. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And let me know down below if you would want me to go into depth about any more of these questions as like maybe a separate video. Any question that you heard in this video, if you wanted me to make a separate video of like going into depth on like one specific topic based on anything I talked about tonight, and I would be happy to do that for you guys. So yeah, Thank you guys. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not yet. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks. Bye.